Hey guys, what's up? This is Harry with Property Cinch on another segment of What's What in Real Estate. So today I want to talk to you sellers out there about what you need to do to help capture the buyer's emotions when you're selling your property. Because if you don't do that, you're either going to have a hard time selling your property or you're going to be leaving money on the table. And we don't want to do either of that. So here's the thing. Imagine yourself, you walk into a store and you want to buy a product. And you grab the first box that you see on the shelf, only to find that that box is torn and dented. So what do? You take that box, you put it back on the shelf, and you look for a newer box, because in your mind, if that box is damaged, then most probably the contents of that box are damaged as well. And so real estate is no different. When a prospective buyer comes to tour your property, they're going to look at your house and they're going to be comparing it to all the other homes on that street. And if your house is not equal to or better than all the other homes on that street, aesthetically speaking, then in their mind, they're going to be thinking that there might be something wrong with your house in the interior. And we don't want to create that situation. So what you got to do is you got to make sure that your landscaping is well maintained, that there's no clutter on the property, and you don't have an excessive number of vehicles parked in the driveway. And furthermore, if your house is somewhat outdated and needs a paint job, talk to your real estate professional and see if that's going to be a good idea for you. Next, when a buyer walks into your house, within the first 20 seconds, they've already made a decision on whether or not they want to move forward with your property or not. So first impressions are everything. And before anything else, make sure that your house is clean. I don't care if your house is outdated, but if it's not clean, that is going to be turning a lot of people away. So make sure your house is spick and span and clean. Secondly, make sure there's no clutter anywhere. Okay, you might have that one item in the middle of the living room, which you love having there and it works for you. That's great, but keep in mind this is no longer about you. This is about the next person who wants to be moving into this house, the buyer. So declutter. And finally, everyone loves a great story. Now, whether the story is in the form of a narrative or a video, you want to be able to tell people an amazing story about your property so that it captures their emotions, so that they have an emotional tie to the property. Okay? Now, speaking of which, if you're thinking about selling your home, be sure to call me and I'll come up with an amazing story about your house to help it get sold as quickly as possible so that everyone can live happily ever after. All right, my number is 818-445-5753. And also, please be sure to like, share, and follow on Facebook and Instagram at Property Cinch. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. All right, guys, talk to you soon.